You want more cash in light of the fact that everything's become incredibly costly. It doesn't make any difference in the event that you're a worker, a specialist, or on the other hand, an entrepreneur. The following are 15 different ways to build your pay this year. First up, savage power. Work more hours, assuming you're ready to adapt your time. The quickest method for getting more cash is to spend more hours adapting it. This ain't overly complicated. Everybody needs an easy way of getting more cash. Be that as it may, actually, a great many people could emphatically increment their pay by simply working more. We'll discuss a lot of shrewd ways to increment the worth of every hour, except practically every one of you would see prompt outcomes in the event that you recently engaged on volume first. There are times to be shrewd, and afterward there are times to buckle down. Then you can arrange a raise for a similar volume of work. However, with various stakes, the volume of work implies the hours you put in. Organizations are basic. You get compensated a negligible portion of the worth you produce for other people. If you have any desire to get compensated more, now is the right time to create more worth. Furthermore, you can do that in 3 ways. In the first place, you save them time or exertion. I'll do this for you, so that you're allowed to chip away at something different. This works on the grounds that their time is more significant than yours, so they'll pay you, since it's a productive bargain for them. Second, you limit risk and speed up progress. I'll ensure this finishes at this point, regardless of whether I need to work 2 times as hard. Also, sort of few things out. Be that as it may, I need to be paid for it. You're facing the gamble. What's more, the gamble is costly, so they will pay you for it. Also, third, extend the extent of work, or on the other hand, center around assisting them with scaling. I'll assume responsibility of this venture. I'll enlist individuals and deal with the information, day tasks pushing ahead. In return, this is my thought process, is fair installment. The manner in which you inspire them to say okay is by just getting compensated if the concurred results are accomplished. And afterward, it really depends on you to get it going. The greatest error individuals get is they need more cash flow for a similar sum, or then again level of work, since they request it. No organization is boosted to pay their workers more than another person is willing to acknowledge for a similar measure of work. On the off chance that you're an entrepreneur, this point implies you need to connect to existing clients. What's more, sell them on another component, or on the other hand, item that grows your relationship. Work on a commission. This is the most ideal way to bring in cash. Assuming you have no cash, you'll simply sell something for another person. What's more, get a paid commission. The incredible thing about this is that actually, there's no roof to the amount you can procure. Also, you don't need to bear any of the expenses to begin. The more you sell, the more you procure, the more significant what you sell is, the higher the payout. Commission work is a numbers game. It's one of those abilities that once you ace it, you'll at absolutely no point ever be penniless in the future. It likewise educates you the distinction in the quality of leads. Encircle yourself with individuals who run quicker than you do. They show it's not just imaginable, yet feasible. What you rapidly acknowledge is they have an alternate speed than you do. They pursue choices quicker. They set forth more effort. Furthermore, they think in an unexpected way. They work in gatherings to push each other, give direction. Furthermore, get better terms for themselves, assuming the objective is to increment your pay. Then, at that point, gain from those who procure more than you do. They know things that you don't. So focus. Being important for a pack changes your way of behaving, so give close consideration to who your pack is comprised of. Emphatically speed up your learning. Assuming there's a certain something you can do to increment your pay is to begin with your capacity to simply decide. Great choices lead to more cash. Continuously. It's all right. If consistently for the next 1 year, you learn something, that increment your worth as a person, that'd be 365 little increments. A portion of these days would lead to leap forwards jumps in your development, while others would simply be another block to develop yourself with. There's just a single productive way to do precisely this. You open it up each day while you have your espresso, or on the other hand tea. What's more, stage 4. Benefit child. Each day. Rather than being a worker, set yourself up as a business. Also, contract your administrations to your ongoing boss. This permits you to go from paying a typical 45% in charges to around 20%. Organizations are burdened. Uniquely in contrast to people, you are burdened on the benefit the business creates. What's more, large numbers of your enormous yearly costs are deductible, assuming that you use them for business objects is. At the point when you shift your reasoning from representative to entrepreneur, your capacity to increment your pay opens up. You can add more clients. What's more, accomplish something truly savvy. That is, reevaluate the dreary parts. In the event that your life looks like a hamster wheel, then at that point, there's almost no room to increment pay. Why? Indeed. Since after you're finished accomplishing the work, a similar work needs to be done tomorrow. The best way to increment your pay is to track down more pay outside of your ongoing hamster wheel. So you want to get yourself that time. You become the person who pays individuals. Furthermore, more explicitly, you pay them to do that dreary stuff. Now and again the exhausting assignments. Yet, for the most part, simply the dreary ones. On the off chance that you need to make it happen again and again, another person can do that for you. Presently your responsibility is to adapt your additional time at a greater expense than what you're paying that individual. Add another stream of pay by money management. On the off chance that your cash isn't making you rich, that it's making another person rich. Focus to who gets your cash. You can flip that around by having a part of your pay go straight into effective financial planning. It probably won't seem like a lot, yet that cash would have been squandered in any case. The playbook is this: stage 1. You consequently send 15% of your month-to-month pay into a Vanguard account, or then again some other stage, with outrageous low expenses. That permits you to contribute in the S&P 500. Stage 2. Look out on property costs in your space while the venture account continues to develop. Stage 3. At the point when you have sufficient in it for an initial investment, you purchase a property. Also, lease it out. Ensure the lease covers all costs to say the very least. Stage 4. Wash. What's more, rehash old buddy. Presently certain you're not going to get rich short term. You'll in any case need to work. Be that as it may, consistently your leaseholders will get you value there. Also, you'll be capable to possess at last a couple of these. Take top entertainers from elsewhere. In the event that you're maintaining a business, the nature of your individuals decides the speed of progress. While your business is deteriorating with your current overpaid workers, there are different organizations out there where the ability in reality contributes to the reality. Your responsibility is to track down those individuals. Furthermore, convince them to help you, all things considered, of another person as an additional understanding for you. From the large enterprises, everybody is laying off laborers in large numbers. Since there is a hole on the lookout, in all honesty, individuals have been overpaid for the past 5 years. Despite the fact that it doesn't feel like it, companies are willing to fire individuals en masse, since they can rehire Similar number of individuals for 60% of the expense. So possibly you take some ability from another person that drives the business forward. Or then again you enhance your ongoing activity by emphatically cutting staff costs. Become reliable in your work. You could believe you're the sort of unique snowflake that just homes runs. Every so often, you put on your enormous kid pants. Furthermore, you thump it out of the recreation area. However, ends up. That methodology is simply not helpful to long-haul achievement. Not the slightest bit. Consistency beats an intermittent virality factor. Consistency accumulates in manners that you couldn't in fact envision. Post one time each day. Compose one time each day. Fabricate a timetable. An everyday practice, maybe. That assuming you were to continue to follow. It would get you to genuine results. Quit wanting for a supernatural occurrence. What's more, follow the dependable way. Alright, you needn't bother with a supernatural occurrence. You simply should be steady, assuming that you've generally battled with discipline. We have a test for you. Go to the frozen North Cut application or open up the Alux application on your telephone. What's more, search for establishment week on your landing page. These are 7 illustrations intended to be consumed. One every day. You don't need to pay anything to get them. There is a free preliminary, however. How about we simply check whether you can make it happen for 7 days straight? It'll open up something for you that you didn't. Indeed, even have some familiarity with yourself. Concentration and concentrate. More worth per worker. This doesn't mean making your representatives work 2 times the quantity of hours for a similar compensation. No, your responsibility is to find the best yield per individual skill, rather than having your lead originator do your web-based entertainment posts. Have them work on varieties of your Facebook promotions or have them enhance your presentation page for transformations. Through A/B testing, a post will reach express number of individuals, and afterward it's off to the following post. In any case, in the event that they're ready to make a kick-ass promotion for you or increment the quantity of information exchanges by 20%, that could be worth significant.